And I know that this past summer you did a little international travel to Greece.
Yeah.
Which is actually crazy because our first ever international cover athlete is.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be San Diego going up against the Bronx. For the Bronx, they've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. Tonight, two teams that have been very hot as of late. Shaq, when you're facing a team that's been on a tear, what's the best way to disrupt their rhythm?
So you got to identify any kind of weakness and attack it on you. You got to attack a rhythm like a pit bull bite.
What's wrong with him?
Wow. And you got to play good defense all the way through the clock. Well, that was nerving.
But great rebounding gives you extra possessions. You just have to capitalize on it.
Hey, Shaq spazzing. Yeah, Shaq on drugs. He's on the weed, boys. Don't tell him what to do. I press X on one, press X.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Look at this dude. Oh no. The trash can.
And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. Okay. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at San Diego. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Damian Lillard. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low.
Yes, he does, Kevin. Love seeing Griffin finish with power at the rim. Awesome at throwing it down when he's in this deep.
Oh, never mind.
Anthony right side. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Mitchell. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Hey, I'm just saying, last game I thought Giannis was going to get locked up by LeBron, and he went for 28. He's on Melo, so I don't know.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Dang, bro, this is an 8-0 run. That's crazy.
2 from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability
These boys
to
ain't
deliver
scored
at the
yet.
free throw line.
Where Giannis at?
Here's Antetokounmpo. They can't stop the run with that one.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean,
Melo
I'm sure
really got this man shook.
That's one he should have made that.
Yeah, they need a timeout. 10-0. Crazy. They looking like the real Suns.
Blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still.
They should never made any trades and kept the team.
Owning this team right now.
Feels
and
bad.
San Diego decides to take their first time out here.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Yo, Giannis for MVP.
Crazy. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first.
These boys are playing with them.
Already with the commanding lead, a terrific
This man Melo having fun.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time
Giannis
again,
making
right
Melo
on
look
point.
great.
They're running their offense to perfection.
Now,
He
here's
made that.
Antetokounmpo.
And 1. Oh boy, the
They look
and
to
1
him for
start.
part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And
Here
a
we
moment
go.
now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach.
Yeah,
for
Cool's
the
real
Bronx.
quiet, bro.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific.
And he
in
was
the
a free
first
throw.
half.
Oh,
We'll
Lord.
be happy with all those assists.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rookie. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight. Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was
Congratulations to
very
the Suns on
aggressive
the
on
first
him there.
move.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
This is weird. I ain't never seen them start off slow like. Well, they did start off slow last game or one of the games, and they heated right back up after the timeout. What's going on?
Horford with it.
They're playing bad.
Barnes finds Horford.
Giannis can't handle the
There for
pressure.
Mitchell.
Oh,
It's stolen by
Giannis can't handle
Oladipo.
the pressure.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been
Oh,
an
good
easy
block.
2 if the defense wasn't there.
Boy, the defense did
Good
an
hustle, boy.
awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really
That was-
distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
When you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got
So
the numbers
do we.
right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played
Good
way
though.
before me?
You're
They
bad.
were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean,
Giannis
it's
for
all a
Westbrook.
function
Oh, hell
of the
no.
revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So
There we
growth
go.
is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all
That boy
for
done
the guys to
scored.
get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Now, here's Ball.
Suns need some work right now.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Griffin. And another miss by the Bronx. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 9 points.
Come on,
They
Giannis.
defeated
Y'all
the
let
Wizards
me
in their
down,
last
man.
And always tough.
Out of
on
all
the
the people that's gonna
road,
lock you up,
but
you
that
letting Melo
attack
do it?
mindset that they brought
You letting
offensively,
Kuzma
I really
lock you up,
felt
man?
like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, Lonzo, cook Lonzo.
Ball kicks to Davis. Pass to Hardaway.
That one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season.
Giannis is playing like a
And when
child.
your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the
I don't know what to
unselfishness,
tell you,
the
Kuz.
patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
First one falls for Ayton. He's checked in for the Bronx. Risa comes in for Blake.
Y'all need something to
And for
happen,
the
bro.
Suns, Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Barnes.
Y'all
That's
folding
LeVert
this
in for
boy
Donovan
bad.
Mitchell.
Solid trip from the line right there, knocked him
Look at
down.
who's on him.
Easy.
LeVert
Hey,
takes
yo.
it off the glass. LeVert's got his first basket of
Suns
the
need
night.
some offense
Nice
going
awareness
without
from the
Giannis,
young
and Giannis
forward.
can't.
Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Ayton with it. Now defended by Adams.
Ayton's a baby.
Ayton with it. Adams on him. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by San Diego.
They got Korver in. Pull up.
Korver kicks to Adams.
Feed Giannis. Feed him. He's ready now. He's in the post. Feed
LeVert
him.
the pass to
Yeah, baby,
Antetokounmpo. Over a
There it
Risa.
is.
Again, San Diego.
There he goes.
Oh, I like how Antetokounmpo takes his time on these shots. No rush. Measures what he wants. Game J
Come
of
on,
his.
son. Let's get some
Really
going.
starting to get better.
Now, here's Ayton. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Ariza outside.
Close out.
It's good from long range.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're
Suns
lasered
look
in.
like
I
some
mean,
hot
really
garbage.
making the most of their possessions.
Russell against Ball. Adams, the pass to LeVert. And here's Korver. Outside, Russell.
To be honest, to Rock.
He kicks to Adams. Good, and the assist
Good
goes
work.
to Russell.
Well, check out
Only
that
down
assist.
6.
That's a pair
That's
of
a rough
teammates
start.
that are clearly on the same
Real
page.
rough start.
Russell against Ball. To the left side wing. Here's Ayton. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
And so the first quarter is in the books.
Crazy.
The Bronx on top, leading by 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Suns folded.
Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Yeah.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And if you're just
Levert.
joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
Listen, early on, taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around,
They down
staying
7,
aggressive, and
man.
capitalizing too.
They've got Trevor Ariza.
He talking about team click, but Giannis averaging 30.
Then
Almost.
there's 8.
His
And
average
it's
gonna go
Kuzma
down,
in at
though.
the 4. And for the Suns, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Kyle Korver's out there with Steven Adams. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Levert in at the
Why is
shooting
Giannis
guard.
not in there?
And some changes here for the Bronx. Anthony's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Victor Oladipo comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Ball.
Lillard,
And then
Dame
for
time.
San Diego,
Yes, sir,
Al
Dame
Horford checked
time.
in for Adams. And
you do that.
Damian Lillard is subbed in for Russell.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Okay, they catch it up
Everybody on
slowly
the
but
same
surely.
page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Ball
3.
for 3.
I thought you about to
It's
answer
hauled in
that.
by the Suns.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out
one.
of necessity,
Ooh, kinda hit
and
me.
it's a role
A
he's
lot.
thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition
Almost did.
from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow
Let's
as
get
the
to
years
it.
pass.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Suns.
Oh, easy
With the
take.
teardrop.
Oh
and
my gosh, where's the
Paul
defense?
cocks it in. Paul's got his first basket.
And Paul with the good touch on the floater. Guys, that's a difficult shot to make, that floater, but it's one of his many go-to shots.
That's
Dang,
tipped.
the Suns game
It's
on.
stolen by Oladipo.
Dunk it, dunk it. Oh, I thought you about to do it.
And Paul with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. And now a 6-point Bronx lead.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those
I
are
wish
the
this was a
easy
Suns
buckets
roster.
that'll be waiting
Oh
for
my
you.
gosh.
It's tipped.
I hate you. Both Suns not taking the L. These Suns might, but I know the real ones
Here's
might.
LeVert. 7 points in the game. 5 on the clock. San Diego needs to get off a shot.
Whoa.
Lillard way outside. Some solid D from Paul. Down low, here's Anthony. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I don't even know who played him. I forgot.
Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Yes,
And
yes,
San Diego
holy.
calls time here. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take
Nice little
away
bucket.
everything, so you try to prioritize
They still trying to fight in
what you're
this
going to
game,
take
though.
away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other.
Giannis'
Because
average
you
gonna
can't
drop
do it
down so
at
bad
a
if you don't
high
pick it
level
up.
by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
And for Victor Oladipo, his jump forward, Clark, as a player, came through a lot of small improvements, but perhaps the largest was his shooting.
Yeah, I like the fact that you mentioned the incremental improvements in those small areas. You know, his percentages certainly went up inside and out, but he created a lot of chances for himself and his teammates with his driving ability. And he got very comfortable shooting off the bounce and not just relying on the catch and shoot. And boy, his confidence, you could just see it elevated with each passing month of the season. And this guy's a bona fide all-star.
Where's the good Giannis at? I need him.
Oladipo hits them both.
Oladipo's become a very efficient combo guard, somebody who can score the ball at a high clip as well as get the ball to open teammates when necessary.
Now, here's Lillard. 9 points last game out, and they pick up 2. Lillard's got 8.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And it's Davis missing.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice
on,
job
man.
at contesting the shot without fouling.
He lose it?
And that's
Finish.
how you do
Yes.
it. Well done.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
The Bronx leading by 3.
They pay more attention to this game. Get over for him.
Paul for 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Why you trade all them guards? We've had a lot of guards.
Mitchell kicks to Lillard. Pass to Horford.
Horford, ew.
Another 3 for San Diego.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Griffin. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. The drive by Paul. Shoots from 14, and he connects with the jumper. He's got 9.
Paul's ball handling skills are insane, off the charts, amazing.
Yeah,
It's
Suns
snaking
folding
through and making the defense look bad.
Big
Against
Sam.
Lillard. Oladipo outside. Over in the corner.
3.
Here's Davis.
Oh, he messed up the putback. Fast break. Go. Go.
1:12 left now here in the second.
He didn't shoot that.
Korver against Anthony. Fires the 3. That one's good, and the Bronx lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Korver.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Suns catching
Timeout
up.
called here, the first for the Bronx.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And some changes here for the Bronx. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Anthony. Jim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Ball subbed in for Paul. And then for San Diego, Adams, he's checked in for Horford. Antetokounmpo
I mean,
comes
this
in
ain't
for
half
Kyle
the
Korver.
We need him to turn up
And
second
D'Angelo
half.
Russell subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Whack.
Now here's Kuzma. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 4 on the shot clock.
Still not gonna score.
Over onto the Kuzma can't get it to go.
Uh-oh.
San Diego, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good
Post
offense. That ties the game. And it's 7 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Major props to Antetokounmpo for skying up for the jump shot. I mean, he
Another
definitely
one.
feels at ease shooting because, quite honestly, there aren't many players in the league that can even come close to blocking his shots.
Now here's Ball. Now the pass to Davis. Shoots over Adams. And
Oh, my God.
drops
He hit
it
that?
rolling around the rim. And that's now 6 points for Anthony Davis. From deep three-point range.
And Ball showing you a little nasty there on defense, Kevin. Showing you some of that sandpaper grit.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Bronx.
Yes,
He
sir.
finishes
Chris
with
Paul
9
been
points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset. Let y'all go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Bronx, Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
They're not showing it. These boys playing like trash. Like big garbage.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside.
My man Bite Man gonna be here. If they replaced him, I'm gonna hurt somebody. 2K getting sued. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Like, who really
so far they haven't found an
that?
answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Griffin. Victor Oladipo is out there with Paul. And it's Anthony. And it's Davis in at the center position. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Griffin against Barnes. A shot that time, not on target. The Bronx goes the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spot.
Really disappointing
he
right
was
now.
Such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 7.
A good spin.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And he banks in the layup.
And, you know, he is unafraid, Antetokounmpo. So good at measuring up the defense, sizing them up, and then keeping his focus.
Paul against Lillard. Out to Anthony.
Carmelo!
It's pulled in by San Diego. We'll get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for him. Antetokounmpo against Anthony. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard.
Oh, with the lay!
With the lay!
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean,
man,
if they don't, things are just going to get worse from there.
Now, here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
Do some.
Mitchell against Oladipo.
Why is Melo locking him up, bro? I'm not understanding.
This is it to Horford.
For 3.
Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Griffin finds Paul. Anthony against Antetokounmpo. Oladipo, the pass to Griffin. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Tough.
At the All-Star game,
come on, Suns take over. Time to go to work.
The East is shaking out. Take a look at the Heat. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Bronx down 4 spots from them.
And seeing where the Bronx is, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
Timeout called, the Bronx. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age,
that's not what I told you to do.
I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. In San Diego making a change here. Korver's checked in. Ariza against Antetokounmpo.
Come on, Giannis.
Six make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball.
Quick 13.
Knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Pass to Ayton.
Fourth quarter Bronx gonna show up, dude. That's crazy.
But 3.
That's off.
Out of bounds.
He should have pushed him. Oh my God.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Suns.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey,
Giannis is hot.
They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Give it back to him.
And it's Russell in the corner.
Give it to him. Oh.
156 left here in the third quarter.
Come on, LeVert. Give me some.
Here's LeVert.
For 3.
I thought Giannis was no good. The Bronx trails by 4. Kuzma kicks the ball.
Come on.
Back to Kuzma. Ayton, the pass to Kuzma.
Oh, man.
Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
And Ball gets it to go.
Tied,
the assist by Ariza. Ball's got it all tied up now for the Bronx. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Their defense 6 points in the second half.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Here's Ball. San Diego getting their last shot to go in. At the top of the key, Ayton. Hardaway against Antetokounmpo.
Tough shot.
Hardaway, no good.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit.
Giannis came to play, no.
Like he forced the shot.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, come on.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Bronx shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
That's good from Ball.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything.
Come on, let's go. Push the score. Give it to Giannis.
Russell against Ball.
Give it to him. Yes. Fader.
On the way. It's not going to go for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for San Diego. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
No assist to the game.
Our biggest thing down that other end, guys. Everybody into them, make them feel you. They're going to make shots anyway. We just can't get them.
Emphasizing how critical defense is now.
And they need more of it at this point. He's right on the money with that one. They've got to defend with passion.
Uh-oh, turnover.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Suns. Harrison Barnes is out there with Adams. Then it's Russell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's LeVert in at the 2. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Bronx making a switch here. Paul's checked in. And the Suns making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in for LeVert. Suns leading by 4. Russell kicks to Barnes. Suns moving the ball around. Adams dishes to Russell. Pass to Barnes. Lillard against Ball. Lillard with the bucket.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes,
good pass.
Then, that's not
Yo, Chris Paul find anybody and everybody.
That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
San Diego has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Lillard. That one wide left.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
And the upcoming schedule for the Bronx. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And some changes here for the Bronx. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for 8. Anthony comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Lonzo Ball. And for the Suns, Horford comes in for Steven Adams. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Russell. To the middle, here's Anthony. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. San Diego shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Lillard. No good that time. Davis with some nice D. Outside Griffin. To tie it up. And it's good on the way.
That's a fade.
Griffin's got the game tied here for the Bronx.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
Chris Paul for MVP, low-key. Chris Paul putting it work. Clip him.
So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of
the
third quarter. And Davis
he blocked it.
Well, I tell you what,
he blocked him at the rim
so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and
Blake Griffin going to work.
He's an excellent
fourth quarter Bronx showing up. I'm scared.
And he has the chops for this.
I'm scared.
Raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. He simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
And San Diego calls time here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Come on, give it to Giannis. Give
During that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Lillard finds Barnes.
That would have crashed.
Shoots over Griffin. Gets the
and no one's in the paint.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all.
Horrible
One he
shot.
probably should have passed on.
Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Who's that? Millsap? Millsap is getting baby right now, bro.
All about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skill down low.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock.
Step back.
That one's good. The Bronx lead is cut down to just 2 points.
Well, that's Barnes, not Millsap. They look alike.
I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time.
Lock up.
Ball kicks to Davis. And the pass to Anthony.
Mismatch. Can Miller take advantage?
And the Bronx takes on 2 more.
Oh, man.
On defense, gasping for air.
Only 15?
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Pass to Horford. San Diego moving the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo.
This man is having a pretty bad night.
He's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oladipo with 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard, the pass to Horford. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Covered by Anthony. And the basket
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Timeout called, the Bronx. They're up by 1. 1:06 left in the game. And now we've got a moment.
I mean, yeah, 3 over 2, but that was
and to me, the best part of the game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When
I just thought he was going to dunk. He had an open right.
Taken.
He was open.
Yes!
Oh, no. Chris Paul MVP.
Chris Paul right there.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for San Diego. Right wing to tie it
up.
Yes!
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Oh,
just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
D. Lillard came to play today.
3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Oladipo left side.
Oh, get cooked. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. He missed. Go. Go, Giannis. Go, Giannis.
San Diego with it. Antetokounmpo kicks to
Lillard. You stupid.
Let's break the Bronx.
Lillard.
Between the shot clock and the game.
You're choking.
Oh,
he's out. Oh, 4th quarter Bronx.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 2. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Oh, man. Giannis, all you got to do is hit a layup.
Antetokounmpo up top.
No, you turn the ball over, you goofy.
They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Giannis played boo-boo tonight. Man played trash.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You might not know about Chris Paul. Basketball is not his only sport. He's an amazing bowler, too. Now, I'm not sure if you call that a sport as much as you call it a skilled activity, but he's good at it.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game.
Man.
And San Diego calls time here.
Suns choke. They
folded.
folded.
By 4. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Get to him.
I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard.
I don't got time for all this.
A 3 from Barnes. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
GG, Suns, it's over.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. second free throw. No good that time. He really wanted that one. Lillard finds Horford, launches it. The shot, no good.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Controlling the perimeter well. And didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
So it's the Bronx picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Victor, you guys have been pushing the tempo, looking to get out and run. It's working. Has that been a focus of late?
We figured out that we got to play fast and we got to play high tempo no matter what happens, and we got to stay together. So we got to just continue to keep working.
Well, you certainly hit them first tonight, Victor. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
Tough loss. Let me go through stats real quick. 15, 10, 8, 8, 8, 6, 15, 4. That's it. For Little General. And for the other team, Giannis with 15, Lillard with 18, LeVert 9, 4, 3. Someone didn't score. This dude, we played 2 minutes, so it don't even matter. Oh.